It's early spring in the vineyard. Since winter, we've been preparing for the upcoming season. Here's a look at what we've been doing. Over winter, as always, we have some tree branches and deadfalls to deal with. The branches get moved to a brush pile. For trees that are blocking the entrance, we pull out the chainsaw. Once the vineyard floor is clean, we inspect the trellis and vines. We're looking for loose trellis posts or loose trellis wires. We're looking for any damage to the trunks and arms of the vines. We inspect the deer fence to make sure it's intact. We check that the gates open and close properly. Unsupported trunks get attached to a training stake to protect them and to help them grow straight. There's always brush to be cut near the deer fence, and it's much easier to remove it before it starts to grow. A lot more to take care of. We need a brush cutter. Early each season, we cut away much of the previous season's growth. This helps the vine manage the amount of grapes it can grow and ripen. There are many different trellising and pruning methods. We use a curtain-type trellis. For pruning, we use vertical shoot positioning for our Rieslings, and we use a modified Geo for our Chambersons. Both methods produce quite a lot of shoots that need to be cleaned off the vineyard floor. Each year, well before pruning, we decide what sprays we'll need for the upcoming season. We know from experience we'll need both fungicides and insecticides. We need a variety of fungicides because many are only effective against specific diseases, and some are most effective only at specific times during the growing season. Others can only be used a maximum number of times each year. We need to consider how close they can be used to our anticipated harvest date and must allow a minimum of time called the pre-harvest interval. Some are not appropriate for all vines. Hybrids don't do well with sulfur. We often use two fungicides together in one application, but we have to be careful about which ones we might mix together. We can't mix Captan and oil. If the weather is too hot, we may have to use alternative fungicides. We can't use sulfur above 85 degrees Fahrenheit. We need to calculate the proper amount to apply so that we can get effective control without causing resistance development. We use insecticides when appropriate for Japanese beetles, moths, spotted lanternflies, and this year, maybe for cicadas. The first spray of the season is done after pruning. Before we begin, we do a last-minute inspection of the vines. We unload the chemicals and equipment that we'll use today. We're using a mixture of mancozeb and horticultural oil for this early season application. We have some sulfur on hand as backup. We add some water to the tank before adding the chemicals. We mix well and then add the rest of the water. We use a handheld 2-gallon pump sprayer. This mark on the tank tells us when we've reached 2 gallons. At this point in the season, there are no leaves and only a few buds, so we are spraying the trunks, arms, and spurs. We spray enough product until there is runoff. We'll continue to spray throughout the season. The final spray will be after harvest. Thanks for watching. We'll have a video update sometime early summer. If you enjoyed this video, why not like and subscribe?